The system appears to notify of 25 days until the college entrance exam. It turns out that this boy went back to the time when he took the college entrance exam. Xia Kingdom Onshing No. 1 High School, Grade 3, Class 7. Xia was very shocked to experience this. Now he is reincarnation after getting into college. Sign Ancient Times, humanity on Blue Star has been plagued by a catastrophe, secret realm invasion. The secret realm connect to human world, filled with terrifying monsters. To fight back humanity developed a beast gene system, inject beast genes to awaken a monster template and unlock genetic talent. Only such warrior can save human civilization. This caused warriors to enjoy much higher status and treatment than ordinary people. The entire Blue Star entered an era where martial strength is everything. Introduction complete, and now the process of implanting memories, with the name Iha. He experienced reincarnation as a school student named Ihi. The students there mocked him like a trash, because he was idiot talking alone in class. This student also mocked him for not going to school and go drop out immediately. He also began to analyze that his body currently did not have a good reputation in this school because of the incident that happened to his parents, so he lost focus on studying and practicing. Now he has become a very useless person and is cursed by all the students. Then the teacher in the class started to tell them that they were now in grade 3 and would do something that was required. But he still couldn't accept this and tried not to panic. After he calms down, he will start trying to do the best he can for this body. Now the 3rd grade students will do gene injection, to find out what tier they get. This is the Gene Awakening Serum. It contains the primal genes of all magical beast ever recorded by human warrior. After injection, the student absorb one at random and awaken, usually the Stanger Physique and Gene Awaken. Then the students were called one by one to have the injection. It seemed that those who had been injected had an unusual reaction, and that made Ihi curious. But he had no choice but to do this and started injecting. But after being injected, Ihi did not show any reaction. Then the student started cursing Ihi again, because he could awaken anything even after being injected. But suddenly he felt something strange in his body. It looks like the system gives awaken in the form of an infinite monster template with the host Ihi. He told the student to immediately leave his presence because he didn't know what would happen. A monster aura was seen coming out of Iha's body and causing an aura explosion. The students who were hit by the aura explosion were thrown far away by it. The other students also felt a great power emerging in this place. It seems like he knows there are other students who are stronger than him. Iha got the power of a rank template Dimola, infinite monster template. He was surprised because maybe this awaken was rare, and now he got it. Those who had previously mocking Ihi were now shocked, that he could use such an aura explosion. Finally, Ihi apologized to all the students around him for causing a trouble. And now the students are asked to test the awakened tier obtained from the injection. Lu Xinyuan got 3rd tier awakened magical beast swift spine bug. Chu Zhou awakened top tier ice dragon armor. Lu got a level 9 martial apprentice nether sparrow. He was a little confused with the stage 3 and 4 level system that they got, compared to him who got a class. Finally his turn came. It seems that the other students can't wait to see what tier he gets. He also started to enter the test area. Zhou also began to know that the student who did the aura explosion was named Ihi. After conducting the test, the results showed the system informed that Iha's has martial disciple stage 3 and beast bloodline were unknown. They all laughed because stage 3 was equivalent to the strength of a child. As he had suspected, the template wasn't detected. But it triggered the prompt for the infinite monster template. His template rank might be different from theirs. Power in the form of conditions where can draw monster templates infinitely and become king of monsters. The next morning at school, this teacher heard the wishes of a student who wanted to take a break to study at home until the entrance exam. He really wanted to be alone for a while to training and study well. But this teacher gave Ihi advice that he should just forget about the entrance exam, and start again next year, because for Ihi it was impossible to do it now. He tried to convince his teacher that he was capable, and told him that he had awakened a great power. Then at the Ansheng Center. Now he has two options to develop, first leveling as a warrior or increasing contract rate with Timora template. Data compatibility should start from 3% but he only got 1%, then he got confused with the other 2%. But he already know the answer, that the Timora template absorbed the power genetic awakening serum and gained 2 points. Now he needs gene enhancement serum to improve warrior training by spending money, so he can raise template compatibility. But suddenly he was surprised by what he saw. The people around him had awakened their own bloodlines. Ihi Demora's power can sense life signals emitted by releasing magnetic fields. For now, he is still a rookie, but he is determined to develop his fighting strength in the Demora bloodline. He also started to withdraw money from the bank and then bought weapons at the store. Even though his financial situation was bad, he had to do this. Then at night in the apartment. Ihi has increased his compatibility from 3% to 4%, then continued to increase to 7%. And he has injected genetic awakening serum to do power leveling, from 8 to 10 and even increasing to 15. He also added a gene potion to increase his physique. In less than 5 minutes he had already seen a significant increase, equal to an increase of 3 years. Now he is also confident with this body to take the entrance exam. This short improvement happened because he knew how and did a little cheating in the development. And now he plans to go to the secret realm. In that place there are levels from level E to level S, which makes the monsters even stronger. After the preparations were complete, he went to the E-level secret realm, where the rookies had already gathered there. He immediately registered to get a ticket to enter the secret realm. Finally the secret realm was opened and now he would soon enter that place. This is the beginning for Ihi to rise to become the king of beasts. With enthusiasm and confidence, he immediately jumped into the secret realm. It looks like there is Kanglen Star, Anwei Star and Tai Jin Star in that place. It was like he had entered a new world, and he also expected that he would not find anyone here. It looks like there is a red rabbit that has been watching Ihi. The monster is a red fang rabbit with first-rank beast status. A surprise attack was launched by the red fang rabbit from behind. He also managed to catch the red fang rabbit quickly, because of his abilities. Template ability, Life Magnetic Field, ability that can sense or detect the presence of enemies around it. Then with the strength of his hands he defeated the rabbit monster. After defeating the monster, he got loot in the form of the Blade Fang Rabbit Magic Core, which if sold could be worth 1,000 yuan, and this is quite efficient. But for him this was not enough to make a profit, but suddenly danger appeared again. Second rank beast, Demon Core Bug appeared in front of Ihi to immediately attack. But with the ability in his body now, he seemed to be able to fight the monster easily. Ihi with a quick response immediately slashed the worm monster with his sword. Because he read it in the monster encyclopedia, so he knew about the weakness of the worm's body which was not hard. But the monster could still move, and started to counterattack with a spin. With the abilities that he had previously improved, Iha immediately released martial arts. He immediately attacked the monster with a fatal attack in the form of a hyper beam. But the hyper beam attack was still not enough to defeat it, and the monster started to launch fire projectiles. With calm in the face of the attack, Iha managed to avoid the attack. But because of the attack, his outfit got torn and made him angry because it was expensive. He couldn't bring out his full martial arts abilities like before because he was now in the body of a failure, so he had to cheat. Finally he started to activate the Mad Dimola Emperor Demon Bloodline ability. An ability that allows the user to transform into a half-dragon, by increasing empowerment. The monster attacked again. But with the speed of movement, Iha immediately jumped towards the monster. With the dragon transformation attack, Iha performed a series of scale attacks and caused the worm's body to take damage. His attacks are carried out with his hands which transform into dragon claws. By raising his empowerment to 21, he managed to defeat the monster, although he was a little exhausted. Now the sword he bought for $250,000 is broken and he feels got scammed because the sword is expensive. And now he felt hungry, due to the overuse of his abilities. He immediately took out the magic core from the worm monster's corpse. And eat the magic core crystal raw. Because he had eaten the magic core, his compatibility increased from 7% to 7.3%. This is profitable because previously he spent a lot of money to buy potions to increase 1% compatibility, and now by eating magic cores he can save money. And now he will look for many monsters to hunt in order to get magic cores. Iha immediately activated the life field to detect the presence of monsters. After a day of defeating monsters in the secret realm, he managed to increase his compatibility by 9% and his overall physical strength to 15.8%. This officer was shocked because a school guy managed to bring home so many magic cores. The people who were there also surprised by the results of Iha's looting. Then 9 days before the entrance exam. It seems that this group wants to enter the secret realm level D, but only 5 people, and it seems that there is a shortage of people. Linha as captain has contacted the agency to hire new members. The person who looked stupid turned out to be Iha, who had been recommended by the agency to join the party. These people also doubted Iha's abilities. Because now Iha is doing an internship as recommended, so he will gain experience from this D-level secret realm. Finally they went to the secret realm to look for the blood jade flower. They were already at the oasis with tier 2 monsters there. They seemed to be used to situations like this. Suddenly there were demon rats that had approached them. He was also ordered to defeat the monster. With his dagger skills he threw it wide to attack. The demon rat monster was instantly defeated. Their journey was safe again without any monsters. For Iha, this person was a bit cruel, because he threw a dagger at the monster and the dagger automatically exploded when it hit. And now they are at their destination. Then they started to enter and explore the place. They don't use cars anymore because the monsters in this oasis are sensitive to the sound of car engines. Xia, Wu, Hood and Old Lu have been given their respective tasks, and Linha will be at the front line. And Iha was just told to watch and learn from this situation. They started launching stun grenades to lure the monsters out. Tier 2 Earth Dragon monster also appeared after being lured by the stun grenade. But from afar it seemed like someone was watching them. This scary-looking bald man might approach them. In this oasis they are fighting. The captain of this team, Linha, managed to complete his work well. The Earth Dragon monster was defeated because his teamwork. He also ordered his team to continue exploring. But suddenly the monster's hand attacked from behind. Iha quickly jumped high to immediately launch an attack from the air. Once in the air he attacked the monster with a hyper beam. They were also surprised that Iha, who was only a novice, could display abilities that defeated tier 2 monsters. They all finally praised Iha happily, for saving Captain Linha and defeating the monster. They got the red shiny Earth Dragon soul after defeating the monster, and it looked like a magic core. The captain concluded that this exploration would probably be easy to complete and could find blood faster. But suddenly their friends betrayed them and attacked Linha from behind. They were all shocked by that. Linha also doesn't know why Hugh did this to him. It seems he has been working with someone to do this. It turns out that Hugh is working with Hwupeng, a bald man who has been monitoring their work from afar. Hwupeng robs martial arts. He is Hava that nickname because he likes to steal loot from other parties. Linha also didn't know why Hwupeng was here, even though the plan to get the jade flower had been tightly closed. He knew about this plan because Hugh had left a trail with the darts while riding in the car. For him, Iha's prediction was very accurate, and now that student will experience something bad. But he seemed relaxed in responding to Hugh's chatter. He then threw the dagger towards Iha. But with the accuracy of his prediction, he managed to block the attack. And now it was time to defeat the pests that had been plaguing his internship this time. Hwupeng seemed excited to hear the child's words. Hugh immediately launched a series of dagger attacks at Iha. But he, with his martial arts defense, Demora Dragon, managed to withstand the attack. But his opponent had already disappeared from there. From behind he made a surprise attack on Iha with a kick. But he was prepared for this, and it looked like he was going to try out a new skill. A quick attack like a hyper beam with a small scale managed to hit Hude. They were shocked by such an attack, even though Iha was only a novice. He suspects that Iha is a descendant of a family that has monster genes. But he denied that statement and was just a student of the Damonra clan. Finally, Hwapeng got angry and started to emit a terrifying aura. He activated the Tyrant Terror Black Bear bloodline. Then with a very large body began to attack Iha with the Peak Shaker technique. He quickly managed to dodge and jump up to avoid the attack. Hwapeng didn't seem to give Iha a chance to move, and quickly attacked again with a stomp. The attack with the Great Aura was successfully launched. However, Iha managed to avoid it and counterattacked. Bare-handed attack, Core-fused Mountain Crushing Fist was immediately launched. The attack that used a pattern of successive blows hit the Hwapeng squarely. He finally lost to Iha. They were all surprised at how strong Iha was, who was just a high school student. He knew that Iha got that power only from being injected with toxic gas, and cursed him for it. But he didn't listen to Hwapeng's words because he had long been cursed by everyone for being weak. Finally the long-awaited day arrived, where the school entrance exam would be held. The college entrance examination adopts a competition system, candidates compete in pairs, the winner advances to next round. Each student will fight 3 matches in the auditions, and the student who get promoted successfully will complete all the way until the top scorer of this year's college entrance examination is selected. This test is to choose who the candidate for humanity is to save the world in the future. Seen in other arenas, the fight has started from Arena 1 to 6. Then in the Arena 6 Huang Tong was already present and she was the only one there, her opponent was not there. Huang is an awakened bloodline red fire lizard, and it seems that her opponent is Iha who has not arrived yet. The audience thought that Iha didn't come because he was afraid of taking the entrance exam. The referee immediately made a decision that Iha's time to come to this arena was up. But the judges also saw the presence of someone in the air. It turned out that he was Iha who came from above at full speed to fight immediately. Huang who saw this was confused about what was happening. Suddenly a surprise attack came towards Huang quickly. A powerful kick was launched with force and hit Huang so hard that she was thrown forward. It seems like Iha went too far with his opponent. The audience who saw Iha's performance were surprised and amazed. His current compatibility has reached 20% thanks to Captain Linha who gave him the Blood Jade Fruit as a reward. And now the chart shows Iha advanced to the next round and now he will fight Long Tao. And City number 4 Middle School Long Tao against and City number 1 Middle School Iha. Iha easily won the fight with just one attack. The audience cheered loudly because Iha had once again managed to defeat his opponent easily. So far, Iha has managed to beat 3 students, and now he has been offered many universities to enter. But he rejected all the universities that were offered, because he already had a choice, namely Huadu University. They immediately left because Iha had rejected the offer. He will prove himself that he can enter the best martial arts university Huadu. The committee also wanted to re-evaluate Iha's martial arts level. Iha has managed to reach martial arts level 3 in half a month, and accused Iha of cheating. But he tried to avoid it and kept making excuses, broke the genetic lock. They were also surprised by the broke genetic lock. Those who heard this immediately ran out to report this. Can be seen that a live stream session between students and parents is taking place. Iha who saw that could only watch. But it looks like there is no cheer for him and it is like an orphanage. But from afar, Iha's homeroom teacher supported him via television. The next match arrives, the first match of the promotion round and City number 1 Middle School Iha. His opponent is in City number 3 Middle School Luo Xian, he awaken rare second magical beast bloodline. Iha told Luo to attack first, hearing that he looked angry. Finally he began to activate the power of awakening bloodline. Then started attacking Iha with martial arts dashing lightning claw. A quick attack immediately came his way. But just by using his bare hands without activating his awakened bloodline, he managed to withstand the attack. He was also confused by Iha's strength. He immediately made a right-hand attack. The absolute slam attack successfully hit Luo, causing him to take massive damage. Iha easily managed to defeat Luo, a strong candidate in this entrance exam, and advanced to the next round. Luo looks like he can't move even though he's actually quite strong. The audience was shocked and cheered for him, because Iha seemed to be on a different level. During the fight, Iha always defeated his opponent in just one attack, and that amazed the audience. It looks like someone is watching Iha's fight. It turned out that the person was Zhou, who couldn't wait to fight Iha in the final. Meanwhile, at Huadu University, these observers want to see all the information of the people they are watching live in the arena. In the next fight, both students are seen preparing themselves. Kai Shaoling, Queen of Ansheng 2nd Senior High. Lu Qingzhu, the unattainable flower of Ansheng 1st Senior High, ready to fight. The referee blew the signal for the fight. Shaoling attacked first with a quick kick. But Lu will anticipate with secret art transient splendor skill. Shaoling's feet were like covered with fabric and her movements stopped. Then Lu threw the Shaoling forward. But Shaoling immediately attacked Lu using the martial skill Howling Gale Step. But she had already covered it with aura, so Shaoling fell into the trap. She also used the final attack of the Zhuangshuang martial skill, Primordial Chaos Finger. The trapped Shaoling could not escape. But suddenly, when she was in a pinch, Shaoling awakened her bloodline, Shadow Claw Tiger King. She also managed to get out of a difficult situation. But Lu told her to stop. She, who had been underestimated by Lu, attacked again. Finally she took out the Lu family's secret martial arts. Shaoling's attack was holding by Lu. But the attack continued and she launched a fierce tiger crippling kick. But Lu immediately responded with the Primordial Chaos Jade Finger. A clash of attacks occurred between Lu and Shaoling. The two of them clashed in power so that the situation in the battle was chaotic. The audience was confused about what was happening. Shaoling looks to be holding her own in the fight. But suddenly she lost it. Lu also won the battle against Shaoling. Finally, after all the students had fought, 8 students had drawing. Iha also took a turn to take the drawing. He also got number 5. In Group A it looks like he will meet Shengguan from Qinfeng Private High. They got their turn to fight number 2, and they want to see the second match. The first match between Luo Shi and Chu Zhou, it can be seen that the first match was won by Zhou easily. Chu Zhou from Ansheng 1st Senior High, same school as Iha. Iha is curious about the power comparison between Luo and Guan, who are from the same school. In a relaxed talk, if his two friends from the same school join forces to defeat Guan, it is impossible. But when he saw Iha he could feel a terrifying aura. The terrifying aura that Guan saw from Iha was like an erupting volcano. Finally the second fight began, between Iha and Guan. Shengguan Qinfeng Private High vs Iha Ansheng 1st Senior High. Their fight had begun, both of them launched powerful attacks. The audience was amazed by the two powers of Iha and Shen. When they clashing blows, he experienced nosebleed, and that power was due to the effect of Iha's bloodline ability. Shen also began to release martial energy to create a barrier around his body. The shield could also withstand nuclear radiation. He saw that his opponent was strong, and became very excited, because he thought that Shen was truly a monster. He knows that Iha is very strong, so he will use all his strength to fight him. A power called Shape Will Fist, this power comes from his family and the power has been evolution from generation to generation. After the energy was collected, Shen immediately carried out a quick attack, Deer Peak. Iha, who saw the fast attack from his opponent, was surprised. A powerful and high-speed punch attack managed to hit Iha squarely. He also suffered damage from the fatal attack. It was seen from the powerful attack earlier, he was still able to survive and reduce the pain a little. But Shen wouldn't give Iha a break, he immediately attacked with a bear crash. The bear crash attack hit him, but he was still able to withstand it well. Shen's power is not simple, its power comes from a physique that has been trained since birth and from family genes. But suddenly, while he was defending, a surprise attack came behind him. Shen with a quick movement began to grab Iha strongly, so that he couldn't move. Then with his ape hurl skill, he threw Iha far up, until it floated in the air. Below him, Shen had already prepared a move to attack Iha who was in the air. Then with a high jump, Shen attacked him with a tiger punch. While he was still in the air, he continued with a fatal eagle dive attack to finish Iha off. Iha seemed to have no chance to defend, so he tried to block. Finally, the powerful attack was like a meteor that slammed down quickly and powerfully. Shen was also very happy with his satisfaction in attacking Iha decisively. It looks like medical personnel are already on the scene to save Iha. But suddenly, Shen felt an unpleasant aura. A huge and terrifying aura enveloped the arena, including the frightened Shen. Finally, Iha showed him awakening bloodline in the arena, and it was aimed at Shen, because Iha knew that he was strong. The magical beast embodiment, usually only people from Huadu University can activate it, but Iha who is still a school student can already activate it. Shen was also surprised by Iha's skill in activating magical beast embodiment. Iha's level was already far above Shen's, so there was no way he could defeat him. Eva Minor was also informed about an unexpected information. It turns out he was shocked after seeing the data regarding the unlimited nuclear radiation value. The arena was enveloped by immense martial energy. The audience was amazed by Iha's great power, even though he was only a high school student. Shen, just by being suppressed by Iha's martial energy, he already had blood nose. But he did not give up and immediately released the awakening bloodline of the Golden Star Ape Demon. Then attacked Iha head-on using the skill form Will Fist Snake Strike. But Iha didn't just stay silent, he started to counterattack with Demora form. The mountain arresting fist was launched with force, and a fist fight ensued. As a result of the strength fist, Shen's hand was badly injured. Now Iha is too strong, so it is impossible for Shen to defeat him now. Both contestants who are fighting are both releasing their bloodline awakening potential, and this is a rare occurrence. For now, Shen's martial energy power is not able to face Iha, so he decided to retreat in order to advance. But Iha immediately charged forward without fear. A series of blows were launched, and Shen could only defend. At the same time he did a counterattack, form Will Fist. An attack that creates a blockade on the enemy, so that they stop attacking. Shen then moved towards Quick the back to immediately attack. After going back he jumped up and did an elephant stampede attack. But Iha managed to avoid the elephant's foot stamping attack. He immediately retreated because the attack had failed, and could not believe what had happened. Even though Shen's attack was strong, Iha was currently too strong, so there was almost no way to defeat him. Then now it was his turn to attack. He gathered energy in his left hand to immediately attack. But at the same time, Shen also lowered his head. Unexpectedly, Shen had given up fighting with Iha, and that confused him. This annoyed him, because when it was his turn to attack Shen had given up. He immediately released his martial energy, because it made him uncomfortable. Now Iha has released bloodline mode, and is back to normal. The audience cheered for him, because this fight was so great. News of Iha's victory had spread everywhere, and this made him famous for his great fighting. He, as the principal, was very annoyed with Shen, because he had spent a lot of money to train him. He admitted defeat to minimize the injury, and he promised to repay everything in the future. He also looked scared seeing Shen's intimidation. Then now there are 4 candidates who have successfully passed to the next round. He, as the leadership of N City No. 1 Middle School, was happy to hear that Lu had made it to this stage. Iha's teacher was also very happy when he advanced to this round. The draw was made and he now has number 1. Lu also got the first number during the draw. The first fight of this arena is Iha against Lu Qingzhu will begin soon. During the fight Lu still hasn't shown her bloodline awakening, and her potential is still unknown. Meanwhile, Iha has shown his bloodline awakening, and is at level 4 power, compared to Shen who at level 3. The battle arena had been prepared for the two of them, and the cheers of the audience could be seen echoing. And now they are both in the arena, followed by the referee who will lead the match. Finally the referee gave the signal to start the fight. Iha immediately took the first action, by releasing an aura. Lu is still monitoring the situation. Now that Iha will be serious about facing Lu, it can be seen that Demora's bloodline awakening aura has appeared. After seeing this, Lu hoped that Iha's power could be even greater, so that they could be equal. The commentators were also surprised by the explosion of Iha's aura, and this year there were many potential contestants. For Iha, Lu has superior power, but it is still not enough to fight him, so he will hold back. He also believes that the world of martial arts is not only about strength, but also battle IQ. But for the first impression, he will go all out. Iha starts to launch mountain arresting fist. But she was already prepared to anticipate Iha's attack. But at the same time he made a change in movement by using a kick. Lu didn't immediately block the attack, and started to dodge backwards. The attack didn't stop there, Demora's bloodline awakening was also seen. Iha threw a Demora punch with his right hand towards Lu. She blocked Iha's blow with both hands. Iha continued to carry out continuous attacks without mercy, making Lu cornered until she was hit by the punch. At the same time Lu launched a attack Zheng to counter. The counterattack seemed ineffective, and Iha immediately attacked again. From afar, Iha launched a long-range claw towards Lu. He was calm in the facing of attacks. Lu was able to avoid the claw attack calmly. He also counterattacked with a long-range attack from Iha. But it seemed like Iha didn't give Lu a chance to attack, because he kept on attacking. Iha launched another series of punches with great force. She could still withstand Iha's attacks, but she was surprised by Iha's stamina which did not tire. She can release 2 skills if she can. But it seems that Lu was not given the chance by Iha to release any skills. In the end she had no choice. There was feather on Lu's hand, and he noticed it. She will bring out the final trump card to carry this fight. Bloodline awakening Nether Bird. Finally, Lu shows her awakened blood form to Iha. Looks like a bird and she has wings to fly. She also told Iha that she himself could not control this power. But instead he was excited to face a strong opponent. The attack had already occurred, and it had surrounded him. The attack in the form of the mysterious royal martial arts Hunyuan Tade finger was launched. But he immediately counterattacked with an atomic blast fist. A high-powered exchange of blows occurred between Iha and Lu, creating a huge collision of auras. The audience watching this fight were also affected by the aura explosion. Lu was thrown away and her attack failed. He was also surprised by Iha's power. Iha finally uses the awakening bloodline of Demora to make the fight even more exciting. Iha is seen gathering martial energy in the form of bloodline. The energy that had been collected was in his mouth, and would soon be thrown out. Finally, with the energy that had been collected, Iha shot an aomic breath beam towards Lu. The huge energy beam immediately hit Lu. Then she tried to hold it with her wings. She started to activate the latent ability awakening skill. The devastating attack could not be stopped and continued to advance rapidly. Lu looks like she's still trying to survive by using feather deflection. But the energy sparks from the contestants' impacts will hit the audience. A barrier is seen protecting the audience from attacks. A strong barrier holds back all energy sparks. Someone has done that. That person is City Mayor Huang Qing. The audience cheered, because Mayor Huang had arrived. Lu finally managed to withstand Iha's beam attack, but she was already injured. She also remembered her childhood, which was full of burdens regarding the Lu family's ancestor. Her mother's orders forced to continue fighting until the last drop. She remembered those days, and was now very tired. Then her opponent Iha is very strong and difficult to defeat. Lu can't win against someone stronger than her. But with the remaining strength she will continue to fight for the pride of her family. The attack hit Iha on purpose. She was confused, why Iha didn't avoid her attack. He knew that Lu's fighting spirit was no longer there. She was surprised by those words. But here Iha will continue to be serious about defeating Lu no matter what. He is always excited to face a strong opponent, and it seems he is starting to attack. She also thought a little about something. A crushing attack had been launched. He wanted Lu to face him with full fighting spirit. And wanted to fight Lu seriously. Repeated attacks hit her. She wanted this match to end, and had asked Iha to defeat her. Finally an unexpected power emerged from Lu. Finally Iha can fight Lu seriously. Awakening bloodline martial art blood ignition, Lu has awakened, and now she will fight seriously. She will defeat Iha with highest strongest form, at him request. Iha also seems ready to fight Lu in her bloodline awakening form. He was even more excited to face it. Because she had already made a magical beast transformation. Without thinking, Iha immediately made the bloodline awakening form. This is Iha physical skill, that combines the Demora template with hard Qigong. Covered in the nuclear power of the light combat body, Iha immediately attacked Lu. It looks like she's going to anticipate the attack. Lu also anticipated Iha with the tearing hurricane skill, a strong wind blowing like a hurricane. A duel of attack skills between the two of them could not be avoided. In the power struggle, Iha added an explosive fist to counter Lu's hurricane skill. But she wouldn't let Iha do counterattack. Lu will also do additional attacks. It can be seen that she is throwing bloodline energy from mouth. Once again, a clash of attacks occurred between Iha and Lu. But here Iha bounced and went on defense, because he lost the attack. But he would not remain silent and immediately avenge. It was seen that Iha began to gather bloodline energy in his body to be immediately thrown out. But Lu wanted to anticipate that, by immediately releasing the Lu family's strongest move. She planned to face Iha's attack head-on. Finally, after the energy was collected, he immediately threw the atomic breath beam skill at Lu. She immediately prepared a direct attack. Lu faced Iha's attack head-on with netherworld blood thorns. The strongest attack occurred between Iha and Lu. The examiner, audience and commentators looked excited to see this. The mayor also seemed to immediately show off his skills. The divine leyline wall was released to protect all spectators from the impact of the attack. The tremendous power of Iha and Lu collided with each other. The impact of the attack was very large. If the mayor does nothing, the impact of the attack could be much worse. As a result of the attack, Lu suffered serious injuries, especially to her hands. But she still wanted to fight with such wounds. Iha's power was too great for Lu to face at this time. He advised Lu to get rid of nuclear radiation so that it would not become a problem in the future. Even though she had actually admitted defeat before, but Iha forced her to continue fighting seriously. What he wanted was to see Lu's fighting spirit in this match. She also began to realize something about the fighting spirit. During the fight, she really showed off her true abilities and fighting spirit. Iha also always respects anyone who fights seriously and with fighting spirit. He also acknowledged Lu's strongest opponent when he met all opponents in this tournament. And he also hopes for a great and exciting fight with Lu in the future. When she heard this, she was immediately fascinated. It looks like the smoke from the arena has disappeared, and Iha is the one who's standing. The first match of the semi-final was won by Iha from An City No. 1 Middle School. Seen in other matches, Chu Zhou also managed to defeat his opponent. Then the final battle finally took place between Iha, the Dark Horse, versus Chuzhou, the Apex. It can be seen on the live stream media broadcast that the number has reached an uncountable. Zhou already knows that his final opponent is Iha, and now he will fight for real. It seems that he also can't wait to face Zhou. The match begins. He will attack first, by using the 7-star step skill. The 1000 stab attack was aimed right in front of Iha. But he had prepared skills to anticipate attacks from his opponent. Atomic explosive fist energy was thrown to block Zhou's attack. Iha easily blocked the 1000 stab attacks he launched. Zhou admitted that Iha's abilities were very strong, and he probably wouldn't be able to face him head-on. He finally planned to face Iha by keeping his distance. Finally, Zhou began to make form to the bloodline awakening of the Ice Elemental Dragon. He immediately attacked with the long-range skill Ice Pulse. Iha was also hit by the Ice Pulse attack, and the area was seen to be frozen. The arena area was also affected by the attack, causing the area to freeze. Zhou's Ice Pulse attack caused him to lose a lot of stamina. But it looks like the ice is starting to melt, a sign of Iha starting to appear. From within the ice, he launched an atomic beam attack, so that the attack shot out quickly. He was also surprised by Iha's long-range attack. Zhou finally began to anticipate the atomic beam attack. Iha's powerful attack was successfully anticipated by Zhou. They were both in bloodline awakening form, and Iha told Zhou that his ice abilities would never work on him. He also knew that the difference in strength between the two was far. Zhou will finally make his final move, and this is the limit of his martial arts abilities. Zhou took out an energy sword. The soul-damaging sword intent was his final attack. The mayor knew that such a great ability required big strength. Zhou finally started using the attack to defeat Iha. But that attack was only a small part of Iha's abilities. He ended up getting injured in the hand, but that was nothing compared to what Zhou did. He didn't believe in Iha's abilities. The last attack was easily stopped. His ice sword was unable to defeat Iha. He was hesitant, and there would never be a chance to defeat Iha. From the start, Iha also knew that Zhou had no chance of winning against him. Finally he gave up in this fight. The winner of an City College entrance examination final is Iha. The students in his class were also happy with Iha's victory. The unpredictable Dark Horse Iha successfully won the entrance exam. News of his victory had already spread throughout the big city. The audience in the arena also cheered for him. A potential human with unmatched abilities was born in an city. First he thanked his class teacher for giving him the opportunity. From afar he was happy to hear this. From a distance the principal also gave instructions. He immediately praised his principal for helping him so much. And now he will thank himself, because he has been training hard all this time. It appears in the system that because he won this test, he got a random template ability reward. He also seemed confused and curious about what random ability he got. In the stadium corridor, it was seen that many reporters were chasing Iha to ask about the university. He didn't care about the reporters, and continued to run away. In the basketball court hall, he seemed happy about the many reporters chasing him. But suddenly someone came to him. This person is not a reporter, but he is from Huadu University. He wanted to talk about genetic lock. Iha realized that he did not open the genetic lock, and all his abilities were obtained from the monster template. He also told Iha about the genetic lock from his father. Because this is a special condition, he will give Iha secret documents from Huadu. He immediately opened the document. Prometheus biological genes on Blue Star and blocked by various countries. Genetic lock technology was once a key project of Prometheus. The person suspects that Iha's father is a researcher and Iha is the secret research result of Prometheus. He just wanted to tell Iha about Prometheus. Iha enters in-country training prospect plan and always protects his safety. Hearing this from someone connected to the government amazed him. That person also finally left, and now he will draw a new template ability. Finally he started gacha in the system. Suddenly there was a dark and large energy in front of him. He was shocked by the magnitude of the dark energy. A strange monster appeared in front of him, with the status of D-rank template. Super giant humanoid, with status details that left him a little confused. He finally realized how the Demora template would look if it were superimposed with the super giant humanoid template. But he shouldn't have cared about that, and his goal was to become the true king of monsters. Somewhere, someone was seen watching the Iha battle. It seems like this person has a grudge against Iha, because his little brother was defeated and nuclear radiation was detected in his little brother. He knew Iha was a rare Genesu, and would look forward to meeting. In the morning, he seemed want to go to the secret reel to try his new abilities. He also got a letter from Chuzhou, and asking him to form the team up to the new secret realm. He was a little scared about Zhou, because he seemed to know what was on his mind, about wanting to go to the secret realm. Then in and city Redwood Mountain. It seems that there are already many fighters in the area. Finally they really met. He also seemed to know about Iha's new abilities. He was also curious about what university Zhou went to. He also answered Huadu University, the same as Iha. Finally the secret realm has been opened. A three-headed bird monster is seen emerging from the secret realm. The bird monster was in front of them now. They will try to defeat the monster so they can enter the secret realm. The fighters simultaneously started attacking the three-headed bird monster. Unexpectedly, it turned out that the monster could talk and was scared because of the many fighters attacking. The monster decided to retreat into the realm. The gate in the secret realm opened. They all finally got in, including Iha and Zhou. But he smelled something bad. It turned out that there were already many monsters blocking their way. All of them hunters started working together to attack the monster. The hunters dominated the battle, and many of the monsters were defeated. Zhou also uses his bloodline ice ability to attack. But a surprise attack from behind occurred. But he was saved by a heavy shot from another direction. Iha managed to save him. It seems they worked together. It seems that many monsters behind Iha have been defeated. Zhou was surprised, because as long as he had observed, Iha's movements had been slow from the start. The defeated monsters also showed unnatural signs, as the bones of the monsters were seen melting. Iha casually defeated the monster, with just a few movements. Even though he is only a student, but he is like a top-class hunter. The other hunters were also stunned when they saw Iha's actions. Finally they all started to get excited, and would not lose to Iha. It seems that a signal from up ahead has appeared. This is a sign that the leader of the monsters has been defeated. In the end the hunters won, and only half of them survived and many were injured. But Iha already brought a lot of magic cores, from defeating monsters. Zhou also offers storage rings for Iha's items. It looks like they have something coming. They called him Boss Wusun, and many of them admired him. Wusun started to approach someone. He approached Iha, knowing about his actions when he won the entrance exam, and now Wusun offered Iha to enter as an S-level contract member. If they become Iha, then they will not refuse it. It looks like a high-class hunter is approaching their conversation. It turns out that she also offered Iha to enter her Chungda martial arts, and offered 15% monthly training resources. Those who heard this seemed unlikely to refuse the invitation. But Iha has no intention of joining any martial arts group. They respect Iha's choice and start to build a friendship. After all the monsters in this area are defeated, the two of them will explore this place. They quickly started exploring the place. Finally they have reached their destination. Then Zhou was shocked by what he saw. It looks like there is a very big creature just standing there in front of it. For him this is very interesting. Iha will try to greet the creature, and maybe that is part of the truth of the secret realm. Zhou is surprised to see Iha's confidence and without a party if he wants to defeat the creature. He is truly a reckless warrior. With life magnetic field he can detect the distribution of life in this secret realm, but there is an amber in the southeast, which is like a vacuum zone completely empty. It seems like there's also a party that's dealing with that creature. Without thinking, Iha and Zhou would head to the lake. They were already at the lake. But there he met Sister Yuli. Iha met his acquaintance Sister Yuli before the entrance exam started. She and her party are investigating this lake. Suddenly a person appeared from the water. This person is part of Yuli's party, and he said that there is a lot of relic in this lake. They both seem like they're going to get rich from this. Iha doesn't know about relics, that relics are the theoretical basis of our modern human martial arts, and many genetic technologies come from relics. Suddenly he was not happy about something. Yu Yang is not happy with Iha and Zhou's presence there, but Yuli tries to calm him down. Iha and Zhou are the top scorers of An City's entrance exam, and their arrival might help team's exploration. They started to negotiate about the spoils, and Iha replied that the spoils depended on their contribution. Yu Yang finally agreed, because their arrival would make it easier do the job if seen from the entrance exam results. They finally started diving into the lake. They have arrived at the lake. But he looked for Li Wei's whereabouts because he was told to wait here. Yu Yang also tried to contact Li Wei but there was no answer. Even though he and Li Wei had set a bomb trap here, but no monsters came. She started to get scared, because for her this place was dangerous, then Li Wei disappeared. Yu Yang, with high self-confidence, must continue this investigation because it can change their lives. If they want to be rich then they have to keep going. None of them came out, and they continued to investigate. There seemed to be traces here, and it made Iha think of something. The footprint has been there for a long time, but Sister Yuli said they had just come to this cave. But Yu Yang and Li Wei have already come to this place and set a trap, but not with this route. Is this a cheat? They both knew that this was a trick, meaning that Iha's acquaintance was in danger, but he already had a trump card. It looks like they are already in a cave full of roots on the sky rocks. The roots have finished off all the monsters. Yuli started asking about the relic that Yu Yang meant. But she looked shocked when she saw something. It turns out that Li Wei had died from being burned by the roots. They were shocked by what they saw. Yu Yang also began to ask about the whereabouts of the relic because it was no longer there. Suddenly he showed strange symptoms in his body. The roots started to come out of the body. But from a distance a beam shot was launched at the roots. Iha knew this would happen, because from the start this was unnatural. Maybe this monster is a parasite that affects the two hunters. The monster began to block the exit. This monster can control the opponent. It is a second-level king-class monster, the ghost demon vine. Yuli thinks that they won't be able to fight against the king-class monster, because they are only first-level hunters. But Iha didn't seem to care about the strength of the king-class monster. An explosion occurred in the area. It seemed like suddenly there was a high-level fighter there, and the explosion was caused by him. The big man suddenly appeared at that place. He knew about Iha's existence, because he detected nuclear radiation in this place. But he didn't know the big man at all. He suddenly attacked Iha in a fit of anger. But suddenly the roots of the ghost of demon vine attacked the big man. With his anger boiling over, he didn't care about anything, because his target was Iha. It looks like the big man is busy with the monster's roots. He immediately released his great energy to hit the ground. As a result of the impact, the rocks in the cave collapsed. But Iha already knew what to do. He then fired a powerful beam upwards, thus breaking the walls of the cave. He also ordered Sister Yuli to get out of the way of the broken cave wall. But Huolong wouldn't let that happen, and immediately threw out a punch to attack. The soul-damaging sword intense skill blocked the man's attack. Zhou wouldn't let the man attack at will. He was a level 8 warrior, it seemed they had underestimated him. Iha with half-bloodline form directly attacked the man strongly. The atomic explosive was launched with great power. As a result, the man was hit directly by Iha and was thrown away. Iha advised Zhou to escape from here, because at this time it was impossible for Zhou to defeat him. Iha who will fight the big man, because his business is with him. They all finally managed to get out of the lake cave. Sister Yuli also asked about Iha's whereabouts. Zhou could only silently look back at the lake, leaving Iha. Suddenly a huge energy fluctuation occurred in the lake. The supergiant humanoid bloodline came out from the lake. It seems that the big man was immediately defeated because he couldn't withstand the power of the supergiant humanoid. They were all shocked by the great power. A great power with an equally great form made the lake become silent. Finally Iha came out of the lake. The fight was quite difficult, because the guy released plasma bombs, so Iha had to destroy them all along with the monsters. For Zhou, the big explosion was not from plasma, but from the form of a giant human. It was true that the big explosion was caused by Iha's rank D template ability, but he managed to get the magic core from the ghost vine. Sister Yuli thanked Iha for saving the party, and left the place. Finally they seemed to have time to finish off the monsters here. After 3 days they came out of the secret realm. But they were surprised by something in front. They were shocked by the quick development of Xia City in just a few days. Iha also brought many magic core to be examined. He also took out a storage ring. There were 5 large sacks of magic cores that came out of the storage ring. Many large sacks came out of the storage ring. The officers were confused and surprised by the number of sacks that came out of the storage ring. This is not finished yet, because there is still more spiritual medicine that has not been released. While in the Spiritual Medicine Appraisal Center, the officers were very surprised by the amount of spiritual medicine that Iha brought, and for them this was very profitable. Because the green and white quality magic cores no longer had any effect on Iha, he exchanged them for money. When he defeated the demon ghost vine, he got 5 blue monsters and that was very good. Iha has secured the magic core, and now he will look for a buyer for the spiritual medicine. But suddenly he was approached by a car. He is Li Yutian, the boss of Pingyi Pharmacy. He offers Iha sell spiritual medicine to him. It seems like the information about him looking for buyers for spiritual medicine has spread, and this will ruin his business. Finally he agreed to the deal. He also earned quite a bit of money from it, but it was not enough to compare the 10% cost of Iha's power. It seems like the bloodline in him wants the jade fruit, but it is expensive and he doesn't have enough to buy it. But here he thought of something about the martial arts. In his entrance exam, he managed to defeat Lu with his Demora bloodline, but that still wasn't enough. Not enough to be considered a master, and now he wants domineering martial arts. In a room of the principal of an city school, Iha is seen chatting with the principal. He offered medicine to the principal, and he seemed interested. Iha is currently lobbying the principal. He needs the principal's help to find connections regarding some kind of powerful martial arts. He really needs the principal's help to become stronger. He also began to flatter the principal with praise words. The next day he got a call from the principal. It seems like the Lu family wants to teach Iha family's secret ability. It looks like there are drivers driving at high speed. They drive recklessly and too fast. But suddenly Iha approached them and warned them to reduce their speed. Iha only used a bicycle when approaching them. But with an annoyed talk they continued to drive away from Iha. There was a great roar behind them. Iha with Demora's ability, passed them quickly. The speed that exceeded the plane surprised them. Finally he arrived at the Lu family residence. It looked like this mansion was very big. He also checked it with a life magnetic. Finally Lu welcomed Iha's arrival. She was told by her mother to greet Iha, and she seemed embarrassed. Finally they immediately went in to meet Lu's mother. She said that Iha had arrived. Head of the Lu family, Qin Lan, welcomes Iha's arrival. Previously Lu had spoken to her mother regarding her defeat in the entrance exam. According to her mother, Lu had given all her strength there, but it was her opponent who was too strong. Because her younger brother has limited talent, Lu is the only hope for the Lu family. But because Lu is a woman, then the hope will be greater if something happens. Because the father passed away early, there was no master who could back up family, then many big families wanted to get married. This also means that the Lu family will be destroyed, and the century-old foundation will be handed over the others. So her mother planned to marry Lu off to someone. According to her, Iha is the right target because he does not come from a big family, has a bright future, and does not have big ambitions. And now Iha is meeting with the head of Lu family. His arrival was because of a call from the principal, that now Lu would show him the way. Lu Qingzhu will take Iha to the Lu family martial arts pavilion. There are 3 Xuanwu martial arts deep in the martial art pavilion. Whether Iha can learn them depends on his ability. Iha also thanked to Aunt Qinlan. Iha, the Lu family will definitely make him fulfill his promise in the future. Finally, they immediately walked to their destination. But during their meeting, Lu always seemed to turn her face away from him. He immediately confirmed this. Iha also joked a little about it. Finally they arrived at the big stone gate. A stone made of huali, a stone excavated from the secret realm, but Iha seemed to want to destroy the stone. But she allowed it, if he could destroy the rock. It looks like he's starting to gather energy in his hand to punch. For her, the blue energy reminded her of bad memories. Iha immediately threw a punch at the stone door. It was seen that after the blow was launched, the gate showed no reaction. It turned out to be true, it was very difficult to crush the stone. Lu also showed the martial arts book warehouse, and recommended Xianhuang martial art to learn. They went back to the room, requiring a card to enter. She also warned Iha that he must truly understand Xianhuang martial arts, even if only a little. She immediately opened the gate, because this room was very secret. After opening it, it was seen that there were many chests in the room. If he truly wants to learn Xianhuang martial arts, first Iha must feel the of rhyme. If he can't, then he will fail to learn Xianhuang martial arts. On the chest he saw the writing, "The devil in the flesh," so he took it. He opened the chest confidently. But he was shocked by what he saw. Xianhuang martial arts is not a book, it seems there is a strange creature inside the chest. Only martial master can condense the martial rhyme and attach it into object to pass on the mantle to future generations. Iha was not told how to learn this martial arts. Lu only answered, "Sense the martial arts rhyme, if our fate, Iha will sense it." He was also confused about the fate in question. Lu monitors Iha's condition from afar. Currently he has no qi and the nuclear reaction in Demora is not yet active. Suddenly someone spoke to him. The man from the statue spoke of Iha who had to become a man of iron. He was surprised by the statue which turned into a human. He offers great power, but only if he can control that ability, but if not, Iha will go crazy. There he knew that today it was raining. And it looks like the trial has started. He also started to hold the existing sword. It looks like there are already many monsters ahead blocking Iha. He will soon face all those monsters. The red glowing monsters started attacking him simultaneously. Iha with his sword skills managed to defeat the monster. He defeated the monsters one by one with his sword. He managed to defeat all of the 100 unarmed ghosts. But it's not over yet, because there are still many ghosts he has to defeat. With confidence ability he managed to slash the ghosts. For him, Iha defeated the ghosts in a mess. He thought that Iha was a stupid person. He plans to take Iha's body. The ghost started attacking suddenly. But he easily managed to avoid the attack. He was surprised because all the ghosts that attacked couldn't catch. This is because the spiritual world system has automatically protected him. Thanks to that, he became invisible. He then carried out the massacre again to all the ghosts. He was confused because the person was not affected by the martial rhyme at all. All of that is because all this time he has been training hard and studying. The ghosts began to loosen up with Iha's abilities. They then retreated to the well. He also checked the condition of the well. The martial arts knowledge he was looking for must be at the bottom of this well. In the past he is high-level hero who could complete secret real level S. He lives by using the devil in the flesh, then that power causes disaster and harms the people around him. Before he died, he mixed soul that is steeped in vengeful spirit with martial rhyme and cast them into the statue. If anyone can subdue these evil spirit, you will definitely surpass yourself on the road of practicing the devil in the flesh. Then she was shocked by what she saw. From afar on the monitor they saw that Iha was showing a strange reaction. While monitoring him, Iha was seen smiling in dream, and it confused her. Even Lu's grandfather, who had a grandmaster level, could not master the Xianhuang martial arts. But suddenly she was shocked. It can be seen on the monitor that Iha has woken up from his sleep. Mother Lu was surprised, because it seemed that Iha did not encounter any obstacles like the ones she described. He managed to learn the martial arts, then the elder praised Iha for having great talent. But it's not talent that he has, but rather cheated. The flesh and blood imprisoned the demon, the body like Shura, although he panel attribute not increase at all, and finally he succeeded in learning Xianhuang martial arts. They finally arrived and asked about Iha's success. He answered successfully casually. She was also surprised by Iha's success in learning Xianhuang martial arts in 1 hour while sleeping, even no one in the Lu family could learn it. Many call Lu a genius, but for her the real genius is Iha. He finally gave them a demonstration of success. That the evil spirit he gained from the martial rhythm world, if he has to explain it, it's probably like enchantment in game, which can be added to his martial energy to make it more lethal. He also showed a fist with a strong evil spirit aura. The aura looks very strong, so this is the ability of evil spirits. Qinlan was amazed by Iha's new ability. Lu also offered to learn 2 more martial arts, because there was still a lot of time. Mother Lu knows what her daughter means, but she wants to spend more time with Iha. All Iha needed was rest for now, and Aunt Qinlan told Lu to take him home. Iha also borrowed a motorbike from Aunt Qinlan. Meanwhile, it looks like Lu's brother has gone home. He also remembered when he met someone on the street earlier. Suddenly Iha passed him while riding a motorbike. He was surprised by the person riding his motorbike. That night he arrived. There he prepared dinner in the form of a magic core. He also added sauce to the magic core. He also ate the first blue. Thanks to eating the magic core, his attributes increased by several %. But he wanted to add another point to the giant template. Then he ate the golden monster core of the ghost vine monster. But suddenly an explosion of energy aura occurred in his body. He was shocked when he saw the system options regarding the Demora bloodline mutation. Mutation for him is like turning into a template monster, then if an unfavorable stat appears then it will be a problem. But he didn't think about it, and chose to gamble. Seen in the system message he got the S-rank nuclear template. He was surprised about that. When the Savage Trace Demora template reaches 100% there is a 2% chance of it changing into Star Universe Demora. He was happy to see that, because Star Universe Demora sounded strong. But suddenly he saw a strange light outside. He also guessed what happened. Was it a terrorist attack? It looks like the city police are hunting for something. There it was as if someone was approaching Iha's door. It is definitely not the apartment owner because he has paid the dues, and also not a food delivery person. Suddenly someone appeared from the window. Unknown person come to Iha, and her arrival is to hide item and make him suffer a little. But Iha instead talked about his desire to buy a new house. And would not let that go unfulfilled, by giving his opponent to fight. But outside the police were busy with someone. But he will not give in to situation. He started to release his bloodline ability, but a blue light passed through. The blue laser almost hit him. It turns out that they both worked together, and he had tried hard to get the suit, by dealing with the police, but they failed. She finally decided to step down. Then in an abandoned apartment. They both finally managed to escape from the police, and the nano suit was restored. But someone already knows where they are. It turned out that Iha already knew where they were, and his arrival was to welcome the guests who had caused him harm. He couldn't believe how he knew where they were. He can sense body with nuclear radiation. Without further, he immediately attacked using his new ability. It seems like this will have a bad effect on the punch if it gets hit. The flesh-bound demon's attack hit his opponent until the aura penetrated his body. He also suffered huge damage as a result of this. But the attacks did not stop there. Iha continued the attack with a powerful left-hand punch. His sister was shocked by Iha's strong strength. Iha said that he was a disciple of the Emperor of Guangla, but she had never heard of that name. But something made him look back. It looks like Yi is awakening with his bloodline ability, with 6th tier martial arts. Now he will seriously face Iha with his bloodline ability. And that is indeed what Iha likes, the fighting spirit. But from behind, she was ready to attack using a nano suit. But Iha easily pushed her away and only hindered the fight. The blow sent her flying hard against the wall. Yao's surprise attack had failed. Because she has failed, then he himself will defeat Iha. He will also wait for the opponent's attack. The bloodline punch attack was successfully anticipated by Iha without bloodline abilities. But when holding, the opponent's defense increases. His true form, the iron-crowned rhinoceros demon beast, can effortlessly withstand even a tank barrage. After that, the horn attack attacked him. The fatal attack from the horn managed to destroy anything in front of it. When the attack was over, Iha was nowhere to be seen. And he was shocked to look behind. The supergiant bloodline seemed to have protected him from that fatal attack. He was confused. Was that ability a bloodline? Then the hand strikes began to attack E. The hand stomp attack will hit E soon. Finally, the powerful attack managed to hit the ground hard. The attack still hasn't stopped, and Iha will attack with his right hand. The barrage of punches struck downwards continuously. Seen in the status system, ultra-gigantic anthropomorphic form with a physical stat of 294. It seemed like she had made a mistake by provoking the monster. If this continues, E could die, and Yao would not be able to escape and would have to fight as well. She also started climbing the building to monitor. Finally, she started attacking from above using the rope. This rope comes from the molecular line in nano armor. It is strong enough for high-grade alloys. Even though Iha has transformed, he is a still human being who has weaknesses. It looks like the head of the bloodline monster has been hit by an rope. Her attack had succeeded in defeating the monster. She don't know whether the attack really defeated him. But suddenly energy was seen from the head to attack. And it's true that Iha is very strong, not an ordinary human. The laser attack went out and penetrated the building. Iha also came out of the bloodline form. Iha approached his defeated opponent and said that Iha was a monster. This is indeed deserved when the death match begins. The woman who was defeated by Iha had hidden the important golden gene item in his apartment, and now Iha would definitely be hunted relentlessly. But he didn't care about Yi's words. It seemed like he had gone too far tonight. Back to the apartment. There he was chatting with someone. He was chatting with Aunt Qinlan about the current events, and asked Iha not to act conspicuously before Huadu University registration. Then he started to take the golden gene that the man meant. He knew the symbol when someone from Huadu gave him the information. It seems like they both stole this from Laser Bird, and their words are disgusting. And it looks like he has to move out of this apartment because it's badly damaged. Somewhere, B-class secret realm inner region of Swan Lake. There is a fighter taking the loot after defeating a monster. But there was something strange and they called the captain. From a distance they saw a very large monster. Apart from being large, their numbers are also very big. The biggest monster, like the leader of the other monsters. Above the monster there is something that can be called the brain of thought. 5th tier, sovereign class, type beast, blood-eyed sin wolf. They immediately ran away, because they couldn't handle the monster, and the city was in danger. The monster ape seemed like it would act immediately after seeing it. The monster released a wave of energy from its mouth to be thrown away. Waves of wild beasts were directed at those who were running. He immediately called on the radio to request the amount of reinforcement. And they were not saved, radio calls were not answered. The sovereign class monster is very strong, being able to lead all the other monsters. The boss then ordered the monster troops to move forward quickly. Chaos will soon come, and it cannot be avoided. In city the sky appears purple, indicating a monster attack. The residents seem to already know that a monster attack was coming. Then the military force immediately rushed to be on the front lines. City is in a state of emergency, and is trying to defense. The citizens were asked not to panic, but they still panicked. The mayor is also trying to send all the military to the city, but this incident is massive because all the cities will be attacked. And Huadu neighbor Guanshan City is facing an S-class realm outbreak, high rankers are deployed there. He couldn't waste any more time, because city was already in danger, and all he could do was fight on ourselves. Meanwhile at Chu Sensei's place, there are two men practicing. Iha and Zhou are seen practicing together. They both practice to improve their skills. It seems they communicate well with each other. But they heard something from city, because the beast tide alert was triggered. They also heard news from the phone, the citizens are currently being evacuated. Zhou told Iha to run because this level was already different. It seemed he was even excited, and refused to evacuate, as Zhou said. On the other side, Lu asked her mother's permission to fight on the defense line. Even though there were 30,000 martial arts there, it was still not enough to face the monster wave. And sovereign class beast, city can't stop one, only grandmasters stand a chance. Then Lu's life is not only her own but also family's. But for her, a martial arts family that cannot fight monsters will not survive. Qinlan also plans to take the Lu family out of city, but Aunt Hong questions the young man named Iha. She asked Aunt Hong to send a message to Iha, to make a choice. While in Swan Lake's secret realm, it seems that thousands of martial arts are already in place to fight the wave of monsters. Led by old Zhang, they finally moved forward to attack the enemy. The military was also already in position on the city's defense line. 60% of the military and thousands of martial arts have entered the secret realm to fight. The mayor looks surprised by something. One fighter is seen getting out and being badly injured. He came out of the secret realm alone with serious injuries. He also gave a USB drive, containing all of the Vanguard unit battle data. But the mayor questioned the other conditions. He replied that everyone in the secret realm was dead. From the frightened face, he told that the power of the beast tide was beyond reason. Even thousands of fighters and military were defeated in an instant by the ape monster. Attacks from within the secret realm also came out. Warnings in the city were heard. The target of the attack was the landmines beneath the tower. The attack also destroyed the defensive structures of city. The military tanks immediately fired bullets towards the secret realm. A big explosion occurred in the city. The mayor was confused. Why did they launch a long-range attack, but didn't send a monster, and the ape monster seemed to have human tactics? This is annoying, and will definitely make things difficult. The second attack came, still in the form of projectiles. The military tank was also destroyed when hit by the projectile. And suddenly a monster came out from underground to attack. They got a surprise attack from a wave of monsters. Then the major instructed to immediately fire the missiles simultaneously. Seen inside the secret realm, the enemy is still monitoring the situation. This ape monster knows that humanity will not survive. Finally the ape monster ordered the monster troops to immediately fight. The monster wave finally crossed the secret realm to attack An city. The ape monster rampaged ferociously in the city and destroyed everything. It seems that Iha already knows who has created trouble in the city. He was born in this city, and he can't accept it if a monster disturbs his good life. Finally, Iha in the form of Demora bloodline, immediately went down to the battlefield. Meanwhile, in the surrounding area, the remaining fighters were also fighting. Luo and Xiaoling also join in the battle against the monsters. Zhou was also seen in this battle. Those students who came from martial arts families would never leave the city in danger. Luo seems to be pointing in a dangerous direction. There are tanks heading towards Zhou. Zhou was ready to take out his sword. With his ice sword ability he slashed the tank, slashing the tank into two parts. Xiaoling immediately looked behind because she saw something scary. Zhou, Luo and Xiaoling are visited by an ape monster that has a different aura than them. They were immediately attacked with fists. They were in danger. He knew that the monster was elite level. But suddenly a blue laser hit the monster hard. It looks like someone is in front of the ape monster, and the fight is about to begin. But the monster immediately attacked. The attack was successfully repelled, and he was seen to have a bloodline form. That person was Iha, and he would now face this monster ape. He seemed to be able to match the monster's abilities, and seemed to be playing around a bit. Not long after, he immediately fired a blue beam at the ape. Iha's blue beam attack managed to defeat the elite monster. They seemed shocked by the true power of Iha. With Iha here, the city should be safe. And he told Zhou that he would go to the front line, and leave the back line to Zhou. He immediately went to monitor the situation. He went to the city air to look for something. He is looking for the root of this problem. On the other side, the military is facing a mammoth monster. The weapons were ineffective, and they switched to using other weapons. Now they use swords to fight mammoths. The military immediately attacked the mammoth with swords. But because the monsters were so strong they were all defeated. They had to retreat and could not hold the defense line any longer. But the captain ordered the units to continue to hold on and fight. Because they are soldiers and if they die, the citizens will have time to run. But suddenly the aura of evil spirits was around them. And the aura also enveloped the mammoth monster making it uncomfortable. Then a surprise attack in the form of a laser beam hit the mammoth monster. The mammoth was instantly defeated in one laser shot. Other monsters are also in the crosshairs. Iha with the Thunderfang cleave skill will immediately attack the monster. Large-scale attacks also occurred in the area. While in another fight, there they saw the monsters going to one location. She said that all the monsters went to one location because it was all student Iha's doing. He couldn't let Iha fight alone, and that kid was the city's last hope. Then they went wherever Iha fought.